Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today will be creating a belly pan for the engine for the RX7. It's like a little box, tiny box under the engine for any oil leaks out of the engine, so it will not land on the tracks. In other words, it's a safety feature for when you go racing, because sometimes anything could happen at the track where you could have a leakage, and if you have a leakage on the track with slicks on, you're gonna lose control of that car and hit the wall. So that's another safety feature that's important for the engine. They sell a diaper that hugs the engine, or you could create a belly pan and you just put inside the belly pan sheets of paper or sheets of like diaper paper, and it absorbs any type of oil that lands inside, and it does not land on the road. And it's also good in case you do have a little bit of leakage but nothing happens to you, but the car behind you that runs down the track could hit that little drop of oil and that other car could lose control. So today I have 6061 aluminum T6 sheet right here that I will be making my belly pan. So my idea is to create a box. In other words, I already got the measurements, which is 24 by 16. Okay, so now I have a square or rectangle 24 by 16. Now I need some walls to go up all the way around, which it's not going to be much. It's either going to be just less than half or half-inch tall. So in total 16 plus half is, yes, you got it, 17. Also on the 24 inches side, half and half. Don't worry, take your time. Correct, 25 inches. So the total of the sheet needs to be 25 by 17, which that's I'm going to cut over there, and then 3D, this is what it will look like. And that basically it. Just a box, simple enough. And then I'll probably be welding some flanges on the side to be able to support that to the RX7. The good thing about the RX7, it has a K-member, so I could, with the flanges, I'll be able to put some screws upwards, not screws, well, bolts. I'll be able to put some bolts upwards and tie down to the K-member. There's two ways to cut diamond plate. You got your old school snips or with the shears. The shears, let me tell you, these shears are from Harbor Freight and they have done miracles. Has lasted me forever. It's easier with these, it's harder with these. The only thing about with snips is that you get a cleaner cut, and if you're doing it right, you could get a straight line. With the shears, you're gonna lose a little bit of material, but it'll be a lot faster and a lot easier. Let me show you. These are your green ones, Midwest, and they go to your left hand to cut right. The red ones are on your right hand to cut left, but you also could cut straight with these. So I got a little scrap a piece of diamond plate, and simple. If you have the grip, you can cut them. Just takes longer, and that's it. Because it's just aluminum, but it's a lot harder. So now we're going to measure the diamond plate 17 by 25. Okay, with the shears, you got to make sure that whichever line you're cutting, because you're gonna about to lose a little bit of material, which is about 2/8 of a material. You don't want to cut inside of the materials that you need, because you're gonna lose 1/8. Now that I have the sheet that's 25 by 17, I need to cut about half in on every single corner, because each corner is going to fold halfway upward, because I want the diamond plate to be facing down. And then I need a brake machine, which I got to go to Carlos Racing, because he has the breaker that helps bend metal. It's really tough this to bend by hand, so it's best to use a breaker. Now those corners, I could cut them with the snips. Now you have an idea. Once you put the breaker, you'll put it on each corner and you'll fold all 4 corners upward, and you have a little box tray. Also keep an eye out for this video that I'm going to be installing the RX8 seats and the B22 and the Mazda, and I also did the exhaust system on it with the Racing Beat muffler 2.5. I was so much in a rush that I didn't have time to like record and stuff, but there she blows. Got the Racing Beat muffler installed, all the exhaust, all the way to the header with V-band. I was in a rush, didn't have time to put a camera down and record and do the whole process, but there she is. Made it to Carlos shop. This is what you call a breaker. So the principle of this is just be able to fold metal or aluminum. You just put the sheet of metal here and you press on it, and it'll fold it up or down, whichever you put the sheet on. So got the diamond plate. We're gonna place it in, and we're gonna do first the long sides. I want the diamond to be facing down. So basically in the car, underneath the car, it's gonna be like this. So I gotta fold these upwards. It's a little bit harder than I thought. Had to get the breakers off the table onto the ground, because this is some heavy ass duty diamond plate. How to use that foot power. That's it, guys. Just a little oil pan basically, and what I'm gonna do, I'm going to weld the corners in, tap them a little bit closer, and just weld them in inside, and then put brackets on the outside on both sides. Now I'm going to weld the 4 corners in, and then these are my brackets that I'm going to weld on the side. facing outwards, and then I'm going to drill a hole on the K-member and put a bolt. And there it is, guys, the engine tray. So all I did was some flange, made a little box, real thin, not too tall, because then if not it's gonna hit the ground, or when it bounces I don't want to hit the floor. Solid, so when the wind hits it you're not gonna hear the metal waka 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 waka. So real nice and solid, not thin paper, sheet metal. Some flange. What I did, I used bolts. I pre-drilled on the K-member, then I used the tap and die set to do the thread and put the screws through the bolts. I just need to buy the diaper paper that sits in here, and that's it for the track. Now you can't say that my car is leaking and try to pull me out of the line and lose the event. That's all, folks.